So I took my cinema camera and two people from my recreational tennis league onto a public tennis court. I wanted to see if I could film tennis the way that it feels to actually play it. For some context, I'm writing a TV show about a tennis league set in the future, and I've been documenting the writing and development process on this channel. A month in, I feel the development is far enough along for me to start thinking about how the show is going to look. So this video is actually two things. One, I'll be sharing footage from a camera test I did a while ago when I first had the idea that I wanted to make something about tennis. And second, I'll also be sharing a genuine breakthrough that's happening in broadcast tennis right now. Anyone who plays tennis or even just watches it knows that something doesn't feel quite right when you see it on TV. It comes off a little slow, a little fake, even when it's the best players in the world. You can tell how big the gap actually is the moment that you watch court-level footage of these same players. It feels like a completely different sport. This kind of boils down to one main reason. A broadcast camera isn't there to provide immersive visuals, it's there to show you where the ball is landing on both sides of the court. What that means is it sits high and pretty far back, and from up there, all that intensity kind of flattens out, more calm and less realistic. That distance was a problem for decades, up until recently. A new kind of shot showed up that got everyone talking. Some thought it was AI, some thought it was robotic tracking, gliding at a court level, following the player step by step. It was actually neither. There's no camera at all, just hundreds of tiny sensors lining the court and software building the shot out of them. The company is called Muybridge, named after the photographer who first broke motion into frames. And for the first time, tennis on screen moved as fast as it does in real life. When this shot first showed up on tour, it was actually around the same time I had decided that I wanted to make something about tennis. Whether it was going to be a feature film, a TV show, I didn't really know yet. I was still exploring ideas. And I wondered if I could recreate a version of that shot myself, and how immersive that would actually feel. That was the main idea behind the camera test I did. The specifics of the camera test were this. Two of the best players from my recreational tennis league, a Blackmagic Pocket 6K G2 on an Easy Rig, which is basically a cheap stand-in for a heavy-duty Steadicam that they used in feature films and TV shows. Alejandro, the camera op, was given a clear instruction that he could only use a tracking movement, left or right, and they would follow the ball as the center point. I was actually fairly happy with the images we produced, and it definitely felt way more immersive. But the Easy Rig was not good enough. I learned that a shot like this requires at least a Ronin and eventually a Steadicam. For one last experiment, on the same day, I actually borrowed my friend's Ray-Ban Meta glasses, the one that you can record through, and I told one of the players to film what a point of view serve would look like. Based on all this research that says that the closer you are to the action, the more immersive it is, that shot should have actually been one of the best ones of the day. In fact, it was the opposite. It was one of my least favorite shots that we took. I felt like the image quality isn't quite there yet, and you don't get enough customization from the camera. So for me, I'll chalk it up to a novelty piece, but I don't think it's going to factor into any of my future plans. So that was my camera test, and a fun little development that's happening in broadcast tennis. It taught me a lot of lessons for how tennis can be filmed and should be filmed. With the writing and development in a good place, I'm kind of itching to bring this world to life. I feel like I've been talking about the writing in this show for a while now, either with myself, my friends, or on this channel, and I kind of want to see how it feels and plays on screen. So for the next step, I'm going to be writing a 5-minute proof of concept, which will introduce two characters of the world, a father and a son. The father will be somebody who feels that the son is wasting his time on the wrong things in this future kind of dystopian world, whereas the son feels like the father is kind of out of touch with reality and isn't really equipped to give him advice on how to deal with this really complex situation that they find themselves in. The one thing that they do have in common is tennis and how they used to play that together when the kid was a bit younger. I feel like these characters and a couple of well-crafted scenes, along with some tennis between them, filmed properly on a Steadicam, well choreographed, would do a great job of showing what this premise can do. the promise of the premise, as they say. If you want to see how that turns out, please subscribe and follow along. Thanks.